You can always tell when God is preparing you for a major breakthrough because everything around you starts to shake. It's not random, it's a divine setup. The first sign is divine disruption, when your comfort begins to crumble and what once worked suddenly stops working. You start losing interest in certain people, places, and habits that used to define you, and it feels like everything familiar is slipping through your fingers. But don't mistake loss for punishment. God is secretly pruning you for increase. Just like in John 15:2, every branch that bears fruit, he prunes so it can bear even more. The shaking isn't meant to destroy you, it's meant to detach you from what can't go with you to your next level. You'll notice this unsettling tension between what you desire and what God demands. It's because your spirit is outgrowing your surroundings. The second sign is unusual warfare. Right before breakthrough, spiritual attacks often intensify. You start facing temptations you thought you'd already conquered, and old weaknesses resurface out of nowhere. The enemy isn't attacking your present, he's terrified of your future. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and this battle is proof that heaven is about to release something the enemy wants to block. When you feel overwhelmed, that's not a sign God abandoned you. It's a warning that the enemy sees what you can't yet see. Your resistance is confirmation of your potential. The third sign is divine silence. You pray, you cry, you fast, and it feels like heaven is on mute. This silence is not absence, it's strategy. God is teaching you to trust his character when you can't trace his hand. Just like Job, who heard nothing, yet stayed faithful, you're being trained to move by faith and not by feelings. The silence forces you to rely on what he already said, not what you currently feel. Remember, seeds grow in silence. The fourth sign is unexplainable favor in unexpected places. Doors start opening where you least expect them, and people you've never met begin mentioning your name in rooms you've never entered. It's as if God himself is whispering to others on your behalf. That's not coincidence. That's divine orchestration. Proverbs 18:16 says, "Your gift will make room for you," and sometimes that room appears right after you've been rejected. Don't be shocked if what looked like rejection was actually redirection. The people who overlooked you had to overlook you so you could be discovered by the right ones. The fifth sign is a holy restlessness in your spirit. You feel uncomfortable where you are, even if everything seems fine on the outside. You sense there's more, but you can't quite explain it. That's the Spirit stirring you for transition. When God is preparing you for a breakthrough, he disrupts your peace in the wrong place so you can seek his presence in the right one. Philippians 1:6 says, "He who began a good work in you will complete it, but before completion comes agitation." Don't ignore the holy discomfort. It's a signal that your current chapter is ending. You'll notice that during the season, isolation becomes your teacher. People stop understanding you. Conversations feel shallow. You start craving solitude and prayer like never before. That's because God is downloading instructions that aren't meant for public discussion. When Moses went up the mountain, he didn't take the crowd with him. Elevation requires separation. The enemy will try to convince you you're being forgotten, but in truth, you're being hidden. God hides those he's about to reveal. David was anointed long before he was announced. Your time in obscurity is your preparation zone, not your punishment. If you're experiencing all of this, disruption, warfare, silence, favor, and restlessness, don't panic. Heaven is aligning your next move. God is stripping away everything false so that when the blessing arrives, you'll have the character to carry it. Romans 8:28 declares that all things work together for good, and that includes the confusion, the waiting, and the pain. So don't run from the shaking, embrace it. Don't curse the silence, listen through it. Don't fight the isolation, grow in it. Because when God is preparing you for a major breakthrough, he doesn't announce it with trumpets, he reveals it through transformation. The breaking is always the birthing. So if you're being stretched, pulled, and pressed on every side, take heart. This is your sign. What feels like your breaking point is actually heaven's signal that you're closer than you think.
Comment, "God bless my journey." If you made it this far, like and subscribe for more. God bless.